everyone, and welcome back to Aloha Jen's Beauty Blog. For those of you that are new here, hi, my name is Jen and I am a licensed esthetician in the state of California. Well, welcome to my 2024 skincare favorites. I tried to pull together all the new skincare that I've tried this year and which ones are my favorites and that I will repurchase in the future. Now, I will have to tell you that all these products that I use have to fit in with the Victoria Deanne Pepties. So if you've been following me now for over a year, you know that I love Victoria Deanne Pepties. And these are the main reasons why my skin has barely aged over the last year since I started using these. These are amazing. These are bioactive peptides. They are signaling peptides. They are in a formula to where they have a special delivery system, and the Victoria Deanne creates these to be a small molecular weight to penetrate the skin. Now, these peptides are meant to work with your body's own amino acids, and they're signaling peptides, like I mentioned. So you have peptides that signal your body to work on whichever peptide you choose. Now, these peptides are very expensive, but they are well worth it. Now, I have cut down my routine with the Victoria Deanne Peptides, and right now I am only going to be using Lift, Tone, and Pepti Pad. And the reason being is I'm testing some new skincare that has copper peptides in it, and I want to see how effective it's going to be with my collagen and elastin. Now, with Pepti Lift, it helps bring that skin's weave closer together, which is like our skin has this weaving of our collagen and elastin, hyaluronic acid, and then as we age, it starts to come unraveled. What Pepti Lift does is it brings that weaving closer together, and you'll get an overall lift and tone and contours of your skin. So that is what this is for. Now you have Pepti Tone. Pepti Tone is a neuromodulator, and what it does is it works on your fine lines and wrinkles. So anywhere where you get those fine lines and wrinkles from dynamic movement, such as your 11s, your forehead, your crow's feet, around your mouth, your smile lines, this is great for that, because what a neuromodulator does is it slows down the muscle contraction. A lot of people compare it to Botox. It's not Botox. You can still make a bunch of movements. You can move all your face. It's not frozen, and it's healthier for you. So that is Pepti Tone. Although if you have wrinkles all over, you can apply this all over your skin. You can also spot treat with this Pepti. And then I have the Pepti Pad. So Pepti Pad works on restoring your fat pads, and it also helps give the skin an instant plumping effect. So if you're starting to see those under eye hollows, hollowing in your cheekbones, you're getting more wrinkles around your eyes, right here in between your 11s, this is great to use around your mouth because we have fat pads that are located in several areas all over the face. Now, you know, I've had this and I used it on and off, and I have never really given this a chance. So what I did is I took out Adipo from my skincare routine, which I still love Adipo, and I think their strong body gel is amazing. That is a new product that I tried this year, and I actually really love it. I didn't bring it in here because I am currently out of it, and I decided to hold off on repurchasing. Now, if they have a Black Friday sale, I may repurchase the Strong Body Gel, but then I'm also watching my budget as well. So if I'm not going to use it, why purchase it? Don't let the sale influence me to spend the money that I don't have or spend beyond my means. So I'm going to give Pepti Pad a try and see what this can do. So far, I do notice a difference in the instant plumping of my skin, but you know, it's still too soon to tell. So that's what I'm going to do. These are what I'm going to focus on. And then when I do my treatments with my Victoria Deanne Peptides, I won't be using these. I will focus on Repair, Prequel, and Elastin. Those will be my treatment peptides. So my skincare revolves around Victoria DN peptides. They're still a love. They'll always be a love. And I am going to try my hardest to keep them in my skincare routine for as long as I can, because these truly have made the biggest difference in my skin out of all these products that I'm going to show you today. So I love my Victoria DN peptides. They are truly amazing. You know, the more you apply in your routine, it takes longer because they do require 1 to 2 minutes in between each application. And there are some rules that you have to follow when using the Victoria DN peptides in your skincare routine, which I have so many videos on, and I'm not going to go over that today. Now, I do have an announcement. I was going to host the Zip giveaway today, but I'm actually going to save this probably for, if I can, I may start it this Saturday, or I may start it maybe in a week or so. I just have so much going on right now that I just cannot host the giveaway, but stay tuned. I'm going to give away a Zip Halo and this set that they have for sale right now for Black Friday. So I'm going to give away the makeup bag, everything that comes in this set. It comes with the golden conductive gel, this makeup bag, a travel case for your Zip that's silver. I'm going to throw in the black travel case because I have an extra one of those. There's a headband and a mask brush in here. I decided that instead of me keeping this, I'd rather pay it forward. You know, I was very fortunate for the Zip to send this halo to me. I already have a halo, which I purchased on my own. And they sent me this generous package. And what am I going to do with this? Because I already have one, and I would love to pay it forward to someone here on the channel who is interested in the Zip, but they can't afford it. That's who I would really want this to go to, versus somebody who already has one. So I got to figure out some things with this, because there's a lot of people that just jump on for giveaways and they don't even participate in the channel. And I would love to give this to someone who actually participates in my channel, who doesn't have a Zip and who can't afford a Zip, okay? That's who I want to give this to. So since, you know, they're not sponsoring it, they sent that to me for me to use and promote here on the channel. I can do whatever I want with this giveaway. And so I got to think about how I'm going to come up with the rules for this, okay? All right, so I have a ton of products here. So let's get into this. This is going to be a long video. I'm so sorry. That's how it worked out with my schedule this week. You know, YouTube is not my full-time job. I have a life outside of YouTube. I actually have a full-time job. And so this is the way it's going to go for this. I mean, I'm so sorry, but that's the way it goes. All right, so let's get into the first step, which is cleansers. Okay, so I have 3 cleansers here that are my absolute favorites that I tried this year, and I will be repurchasing in the future. Let's go with the first cleanse. That first cleanse is going to be the Essential Cleansing from Instant. This is an emulsifying cleansing oil. It does have a fragrance in it, by the way, but this is a light formula. I just really love this as a first cleanse. I love what it does for my skin. It removes all my makeup. It's not too heavy. It doesn't leave a residue behind. And on those days where I'm not wearing makeup or SPF, I can just get away with this with my cleanser if I'm not going to apply my peptides. I don't use a creamy cleanser or an oil cleanse for my second cleanse or my morning cleanse, because I apply Victoria DN peptides and I don't want anything to leave a film behind on my skin that is going to potentially block those from penetrating in my skin. I use emulsifying oil cleansers as my first cleanse to remove my makeup. Although there are times when I'm lazy and if I'm not wearing SPF and makeup, I'll just cleanse my skin with this. And then I'll just throw a moisturizer on. Simple as that. But I love this cleanser. It's, what is it? 6.76 6 fluid ounces. This is over $50 and it is very expensive. I do pick it up from Skin Beautiful RX with my rewards points or when Leah has a sale. This is my second one. At first when I tried this, I didn't like it, and then I picked it up again and I fell back in love with it. The only thing I would change about this is the price and the fragrance. Although the fragrance doesn't bother me now, I just prefer to use products without fragrance on my skin, especially this time of year. As we're in the season change here where I live, it's gotten really dry outside and then it's turned cold. And I noticed that with my seasonal allergies, also that it makes my skin sensitive to fragrance. So if you're noticing certain sensitivities in your skin since we've had this weather change, just take that into consideration. You may not be alert, it may not be the product, it could be the fragrance, by the way. So I love this. It lasts me for a very long time. Like, I only need 2 bottles a year of this because of the size and how much I use, either 1 or 2 pumps, just depending on the type of makeup I'm wearing. But Prequel just released their new oil cleanser, which is emulsifying, and I ordered it, so I'm waiting to try that. The oils in there look pretty amazing, and it's only $20. So if I love the Prequel cleanser, then I will no longer be purchasing this Isden cleanser. However, if I ever travel to Europe, I am definitely loading up on some Isden products because Isden is a lot cheaper in Europe than it is here in the US. But Isden is a beautiful brand. I really love their products. I have a couple of their products here. One product that I don't have here that I tried that I also really like is their Flavo C. It's an absorbic acid vitamin C that worked really well with my skin. The only thing I did not like about that one is the texture. The texture is kind of like an oily texture and it's really hard to work into the skin, but I love what it did for my skin. So there's the Isden cleanser. Oh gosh, I gotta stop spending so much time on each product. My all-time favorite cleanser, which this isn't really that old. I say like maybe this is maybe a month or 2 old, which is the Prequel cleanser. So this is a glycerin-based cleanser. It is a gel, but it has like a micro foam. So this is so hydrating on the skin. It removes everything on my skin without stripping my skin. You can use this as a first cleanse and a second cleanse if you wanted to. But I love to take off my makeup and sunscreen with a cleansing oil. That's just me. This cleanser, ever since this came into my life, I just cannot put it down. I love it. It also doubles as a body wash as well. So even the driest skins can use this, and don't be afraid of gel cleansers for those of you who have dry skin. You just have to make sure that the formulation is right for you. So if you're wanting to try a gel cleanser, especially for my microcurrent users out there, this is excellent and I highly recommend it. It's actually a great step to prep your skin for microcurrent because it's so hydrating, and one of the key factors with microcurrent and to help with impedance is having hydrated skin, and that even goes for your red LED light therapy as well. So this cleanser is awesome, and they just released a new version that has salicylic acid in it. So for those of you who have sebaceous filaments, congestion, clogged pores, oily skin, check out the cleanser with salicylic acid, and that one too can be left on the skin for a few minutes to let that salicylic acid reach down into the pores and to get the benefits of your exfoliation from that cleanser. I did order that as well. I want to try it and see how it works, but this will be my new cleanser going forward because I love it so much. I don't see the need to invest in other cleansers because cleansers is one of the products that I think that you don't need to invest much money in. You just have to find the formula that you love the experience, and that works with your skin. And the cleansers that where I see that you're gonna spend a little bit more money is going to be your exfoliating cleansers. Like with the Prequel cleanser. This one is the original formulation. It is $18 for 13.5 ounces. And then the salicylic acid is $20 for the same amount. And just keep into consideration that you can use these on your body too. This is going on my trip with me next week, by the way. So my next two favorites are actually exfoliating cleansers. These are enzyme cleansers, and I love them both. I couldn't really choose one. It just depends on my skin. So if like in the summertime, well, anytime I can use the Osmosis Purify enzymatic cleanser. I really love this. This is a gel cleanser. This one is a little bit more aggressive than the Revision. This is their Papaya Enzyme Cleanser. I love this cleanser. I can't use it every day on my skin. They say that you can use it every day, twice a day, but it's just way too much for my skin. I prefer to use it a couple times a week. Now, I like to use this for the days that I'm going to shave my face. And then sometimes I like to use this after I do any sort of like acid exfoliations, so it helps with dry, flaky skin. I'll use it for that too. So for those of you who have dry, flaky skin, enzymes are great for you to include into your routine, whether it be a cleanser or a mask, because they eat up those already loosened dead skin cells on the skin. It's a very gentle exfoliation. I love enzymes for sensitive, dry skin. So keep that in mind. Now, the Osmosis does contain essential oils. So if you're sensitive to essential oils, I would avoid this. This is the one product from Osmosis currently that I'm using on my skin that isn't causing any irritation with the essential oils, but I'm only using this like 1 or 2 times a week. So, you know, it's not every day. Now, if you don't like, you know, much fragrance in products, this is the Revision, and this just has a very slight citrus scent to it. It's not strong, it's very light. This is a really nice enzymatic cleanser as well. I really enjoy this. It's a little bit less aggressive than the Osmosis Purify, but it is also really beautiful too. Now, the Osmosis cleanser, I forgot what it has. Grapefruit peel oil in it. It has, I think that's it. Is that just it? The grapefruit peel oil? Yeah, that's it. But this one has a citrus scent to it too. So if you don't like grapefruit peel oil, then I would avoid this. Grapefruit peel oil, I believe, is also in the Neogenesis cleanser as well. So if you have issues with grapefruit, I would avoid it. For some reason, I thought that this had essential oils in it, but it does not. So let's see, wait, grapefruit peel oil and orange oil in here. So just be aware of that. I think it was the last one that I was getting confused with. Okay, so that is it for cleansers. Now let's go into mist. So I don't use a mist after I cleanse. After I cleanse my skin, I go straight in with my Victoria DN Pepties. But if I'm going to do a new product here, let me see if I have it. If I'm going to exfoliate my skin with using the Neova 5-second daily peels, I use this after I cleanse my skin. And what I do is I make sure, like after I cleanse my skin, I let it dry. And once it's fully dry, not damp, but dry, I go in with the 5-second daily peel. So this is another skincare favorite. Now, I have been using these twice a week for the last month. And I just recently showed you a couple of videos on these. So I'm going to up my game and use these 3 times a week. These have a 5-acid blend. There is AHAs in here, alpha hydroxy acids. There is beta hydroxy acid, which is salicylic acid. And then there is retinoic acid in the form of HPR. I cannot pronounce the full name of HPR. So HPR is another form of a retinoid, and I was watching a video today from a dermatologist, and she was talking about HPR. It just happened to be in there, and she was mentioning like The two forms of vitamin A that aren't prescription vitamin A, like your retin-A and your tretinoin, that are one step for the conversion into retinoic acid in the skin is retinaldehyde and HPR. Where retinol, it takes two conversions for it to convert in the skin to retinoic acid, and HPR and retinaldehyde are the ones that are great for those who have sensitive skin. So if you can't tolerate retinaldehyde, try the HPR. It's a gentle form of a retinoid. I like both forms so far. I've only tried it in this peel pad, and I love what this peel pad does for my skin. I'd have to say this is like my favorite exfoliant product of all time. I am so in love with these. If you have mature skin, if you have sun damage, if you have fine lines and wrinkles, loss of elasticity in skin, if you have hyperpigmentation, I would recommend looking into these. They're amazing, and one peel pad contains 4 milliliters of product. So you can basically use this from head to toe. So I would recommend, like if you want to get the full like benefits of this, is on the nights that you're going to use this, I would recommend making sure your body is free of body lotion. And if it's like right when you get out of the shower, do your face, your neck, your chest, your arms. I do my hands, and you can do like anywhere else on your body that you want to use it. It's so much product. I always feel guilty when I use this on the nights that I have the body lotion on, that I just use it on my hands, and I'm like, oh gosh, I should have waited and used it on my arms. So I'm going to be incorporating this on my arms too, but these are amazing. They come in a box of 30. If I'm correct, the price is $98, and you can get them from Leah from Skin Beautiful RX. Definitely recommend putting these on your Black Friday list. They're a favorite. I love, love, love. Now, another exfoliating product that I absolutely love, and that is in the form of an enzyme. This is an enzyme mask. So this is the new Osmosis Polish MD. This is their cranberry enzyme mask. This is a pretty strong enzyme treatment. I would say you have to really be careful with this. If you leave it on too long, this will overstimulate your skin. One time I left this on my skin for 7 minutes, and it was too much, and I had some irritation with it. So for my skin, I can only use this like 3 to 5 minutes. It is so effective. So if you've tried other enzyme masks out there and you find that they're not what you're looking for, I would definitely recommend the Osmosis MD Polish. And you can get this from Skin Beautiful RX. You can get it from Joella Milan. I think Joella Milan's Black Friday sale started today. So for my Victoria Deanne friends, check it out. Really quick, while we're on the subject of Victoria Deanne, they did just release 2 new moisturizers and an eye cream, which I'll put pictures up here. It's their BioPure line. This is a line that they have been working on for over 10 years. It contains mushrooms and peptides. It's for those who have loss of elasticity, sun damage, fine lines and wrinkles. Oh my gosh, they just came out with this when I picked up my Neova creams. But, you know, I really want to try these Neova products. So I'm holding off on ordering these new products from Victoria Deanne, because I really love the Neova products that I've ordered and I've been testing so far. Okay, I just wanted to give you that announcement. So the Osmosis Polish MD, definitely recommend it. It is really good. I just really love this. So there's that. All right, so that one more exfoliant. So I did try a peel this year that I thought was really good. So if you don't want to do a 5-second daily peel pads from Neova, the other peel that I recommend that you can do once a week, is this Hop PLL, a Pro Micro Peel. It says the weekly refiner. It comes in a pack of 4 packets that you can use for once a week, and it costs $55, so it's a little bit more affordable. This is a great peel. It really does a great job on your skin. This is going to be a little bit more aggressive than the 5-second daily peels, but if you have sun damage, I would recommend these versus this, okay? This is going to be great for those who have mature skin, but they're looking for something that is more, I would say, plumping of the skin and working on the fine lines and wrinkles. This is going to tackle more, like if you have congestion, if you have blackheads, if you have large pores, I would recommend this over this, okay? So there's that. So that's it for exfoliants. Now let's go into mists. So I have one treatment mist here, and that is going to be the Misama Green Rooibos AOX Hydrating Atomizer. Sorry, it's empty. I just finished it this morning when I was using my red light therapy. I have a little bit left in there. I have a backup of this. So this is also a great hydrating toner, but I love to use this with my LED light therapy. So on the days that I'm going to do my LED light therapy, I'll cleanse my skin, apply my Victoria DN Peptides, and then I'll go in with this, give my skin a spritz with it. And then I'm gonna go in with my other favorite product here from Misama, which is new, is their new Serum Light. So since we're on this subject, I love these two products, and you don't need both, but I love using both in my LED light routine. So if you do not use niacinamide in your skincare, you react to niacinamide, but you're looking for a specially formulated product to use with your LED, this can also be used on your body too. I would go for the atomizer. And then if you want the serum, I actually truly love this new Serum Light from Misama for my skin versus the original version. I see more results with this serum. It's more hydrating. I don't get the niacinamide sting in my skin like I did the other one. And then this layers with the rest of my skincare so beautifully. So I don't have to wash it off anymore. I can just follow through with the rest of my skincare after I use this. And one of these days soon, I don't know if I have time to do it over the weekend, I will. I'll do my new AM skincare routine. I did a teaser of my new evening skincare routine the other day, but that may change in a couple weeks because if Neova has a Black Friday sale, I'm gonna order their dual matrix serum, which is a retinoid and DNA repair enzymes. So I will change up my skincare routine again. I'm just really in love with these Neova products that I've been testing. I've been seeing amazing results in my skin. It's like, it has taken my skin up to the next level. I love what it's doing for my skin. I love the results that I'm seeing. So I'm hooked, which is dangerous because I obsess and then I'm gonna end up buying it, and then I'm gonna get in trouble. So I love the serum. So this one is gonna be my new go-to for my red LED light therapy. I just really, really love it. Now, if you are sensitive to niacinamide, you will not like this. Like I said, since I've used this, I've used it on bare skin, I've used it after exfoliation. I don't get flushed and I don't get the stingle from the niacinamide in this like I did the original version. So this is a love. So that knocks out two products there. And by the way, all these products are going to be listed in Shop My Shelf. There's too many products to list here. I have everything listed in Shop My Shelf, and I'm just going to create one shelf under the YouTube tab, which you don't have to worry about because I'll put a link in the description box that will take you right to that. And all these products that are my favorite will be listed under there. So if you want to shop them, you know, some of the links are affiliated, and if I have a code, it will be listed in there. So with Misama, I do have a code, and Misama is actually having a Black Friday sale right now. So their website is 20% off. And if you use my code AlohaGen10, it'll get you an extra 28, or not extra 28, but an extra 8% off with leaving your total grand discount of being 28% off. And I have a couple other products here from my Sama that I'm going to talk about too, so stay tuned. All right, so favorite mist. I have 2 for like just using for whenever my skin feels dry and dehydrated. So I have the Dalba Aromatic Spray Serum, and then I also have their first serum spray. So I have a small one of these in my purse, and then I got a small one of the aromatic serum spray to try, and I fell in love with it, and I figured that this would be great for me to use in the winter time, fall and winter, since there's like barely any humidity in the air here where I live. So if you have dry, dehydrated skin, that's who I would recommend. Well, you can do normal, dry, or dehydrated skin. That's who I would recommend the aromatic serum spray for. If you have normal to oily skin, then that's where I would recommend, even dehydrated, I would recommend the first serum spray. So this one is going to be a little bit more moisturizing versus this is going to be more hydrating. Now this has their Italian white truffle extract, and they both hydrate and nourish the skin, but the aromatic serum spray is more nourishing than the first serum spray. But I love this. I'll use this to set my makeup, and I'll spray it throughout the day. When I went to Tahoe over the summer, this was a savior for my skin. I absolutely loved it. These you find on Amazon. Now, I do not have an Amazon shop set up. You know, I just really haven't had time to do that, which maybe I will do that maybe next week when I'm on break. But these are amazing, and you can find them on Amazon, and I will have it linked down below in the Shop My Shelf link. I love, love, love. Now, there is a fragrance to this. It is a very light fragrance. It doesn't bother me, and it does not irritate my skin. I actually really like the fragrance of this. It doesn't linger, but I've heard some people that it really bothers them. So if you're sensitive to fragrance, then I would skip these, but they are beautiful. Love them. They're so good. They have a few products in that line too. I haven't tried it because I just really like these moisturizers, and the other products don't really resonate with me, but these do. Okay, so there's those. Boy, I'm gonna have a lot to put away, guys. And this is the thing with creating YouTube videos. Like, I'm on the other side of my house, and this stuff is all stored on the other side of the house. So I have to take everything over here in bins, and then after I'm done, I have to throw this stuff all in bins and go put it away. So there's a lot involved when it comes to making YouTube videos. That's why I usually prefer to make them in my bathroom, because it's such a short distance. All right, so my other mist here is the Avene Thermal Spring Water. I love to use this for a mist when I'm using a product penetration device. I love to use this with microcurrent to rehydrate my gel. The reason being for microcurrent is because since it is thermal spring water, it has minerals in it, and it will help conductivity with your microcurrent in the skin. And that brings me to something is if you're using a glycerin for your microcurrent gel, you need something like this in order to get good conductivity in the skin. If your device senses that has like a conducting bar or it lights up when it touches the skin, yes, that means it is conducting, but it's not reaching the full potential if there's no minerals in your conductive gel. And glycerin has no minerals in it. So you must use something that has minerals in it to get that current to reach down into the skin, because the skin, when you're using microcurrent is electricity, and it takes the path of least resistance. So if you don't have anything that has water in it or minerals, that electricity is not going to get to those muscles. And that could be a reason why you're not seeing the results in your skin. And I'll talk more about that with skin impedance when we get into microcurrent. So there's that. Now let's go into treatment serums for my skin. All right, so I have tried the new Osmosis MD line. I've tried their Stem Factor MD, their Rescue MD, their Correct MD, and Catalyst MD. And I did start to try the Renew MD. Now, from these serums, I have to tell you, for my skin, I love the Rescue MD, Catalyst MD. Renew is too strong for me. Somehow this feels stronger than the regular Renew or the old Osmosis MD Renew. I prefer Correct. So I started using this, and I mean, it was working great, but it was causing some irritation in my skin. I just think it's just way too strong for me. Fabulous product. Now, all these serums do contain essential oils in them because Osmosis uses essential oils in their products for fragrance. They don't use it to treat the skin, but I just wanted to put that out there. So Rescue MD, I recommend for everyone. This is a great serum for everyone to use. This is an epidermal repair serum. So if you have hyperpigmentation, if you have acne, if you have rosacea, if you have a damaged skin barrier, Rescue is fabulous. It's also preventative too. Now, as far as them saying that this helps with firming and tightening the skin, I didn't see that. This just brings more oxygen in the skin because it has a patented trioxylane ingredient in it. It is a phenomenal serum. Now, I am finished with this, and I'm not going to repurchase it for right now, but I would repurchase it in the future because I'm testing other products. Now, Catalyst I'm going to do separately. Now, Osmosis makes my favorite retinaldehyde serums. They've been doing it for years, like almost over 20 years, I think. Almost 20 years. They have been formulating, maybe 20 years now, they have been formulating retinaldehyde. Now, with retinaldehyde, you have to be careful of the formulation, and because it is an unstable form of vitamin A. You have to stabilize it in order to see results in the skin. So they use a liposomal delivery system, and their liposomal delivery system is made from phosphatidylcholine, which is bioavailable to our skin because that's what our cells are made out of, is phosphatidylcholine. The retinaldehydes are amazing. They're pretty powerful, but however, this day and age, did I spill some of that out there? I did. This day and age that now there's more companies making retinaldehyde serums, and you can find some that are pretty affordable. I believe Osmosis retinaldehyde serums are around in the $80 range, but their competitor for the affordable, I would say, would be Medic 8. Everyone who's tried the Medic 8 retinaldehyde serums, they fall in love with them and they continue to use them, and they see great results in their skin. So if you're looking for an alternative, I would recommend the Medic 8. I haven't tried it, but it looks promising from all the reviews that I've seen and from others that I know who have used it. I think it's called their Crystal retinaldehyde, if I'm not mistaken. It's not orange like the Osmosis retinaldehyde serums. You don't have to work it in like you do the Osmosis retinaldehyde serums. Now, I would say my biggest gripe with Osmosis, I do love these new MD formulations. They're definitely more powerful than their current. It's really confusing because they have the Osmosis MD line, and then they have Catalyst MD, and then they have Rescue MD, Correct MD, Renew MD. So the original MD line is in the white bottles, and you can get those from anywhere, but the MD line requires to be sold from a licensed professional. So Osmosis, their retinaldehyde serum and catalysts, great formulation, but these have to be worked into the skin. And that was starting to annoy me. It's not elegant whatsoever. These are orange in color. And if you don't work them into the skin, it's going to make your face look orange. It'll oxidize your sunscreen. If you use a tinted one, it'll oxidize it. If you use foundation, it will oxidize your makeup. So I was getting kind of tired of working these into my skin. So I'm like, I'm kind of like over it. I love what they did for my skin. I saw great results in my skin with using them, but I'm just kind of over with using so much mist and massaging these in my skin and having to, or using a product penetration device on my skin. I was just getting annoyed. So I'm kind of over it for right now. I still recommend them, and I love this formulation. I would definitely recommend the MD line over their original MD line, in case you're wondering, but I hope that all makes sense. So, let's talk about DNA repair. So this is my other favorite serum. So, I started using this a couple months ago, but however, I would say the last 4 weeks, I have been using this every day in my routine. This is the Neova DNA Total Repair. So this is a DNA repair serum. So what DNA repair serums do is they repair your sun damage and your past sun damage. And the sun is responsible for 90% of our aging concerns. Hyperpigmentation, fine lines and wrinkles, loss of elasticity, loss of skin density, sagging skin. That's all sun damage. Of course, there's lifestyle factored into that too. So as you know, Catalyst is a DNA repair serum as well. But what sets Catalyst apart from DNA repair enzymes is that this does not have DNA repair enzymes in it. What it has in it is Osmosis's patented technology, which is their zinc finger technology and amino acids and oxidized L-absorbic acid. So Catalyst isn't just DNA repair. It's also, it helps with scars, wound healing in the skin, loss of elasticity and collagen. It helps with density. They say it helps with broken capillaries, which I did see a little bit from this. So this is really great if you have hyperpigmentation, fine lines and wrinkles, loss of elasticity, if you have scarring in your skin, like acne scarring, any kind of scars from past surgeries. If you have skin tags, this is great for you. They say it helps with precancerous lesions, but I did not get that from this. And that's where Neova comes in. So Neova uses 3 DNA repair enzymes. One of them is activated by light, which is the photolyase. The other 2 aren't activated by light. So your DNA total repair, you really want to wear this during the day, where these serums like the Photozyme DNA Youth Recovery or the DNA Total Repair. These are competitor brands, okay? They both have full lines with a bunch of products in them that have DNA repair, but they are very, very different. If you are over 40, I think everybody should be using a DNA repair enzyme. If you are someone who is, you know, in your 20s, 30s, you love the sun, use a DNA repair enzyme. These will repair past and present sun damage. So if you have hyperpigmentation that is caused from the sun, use a DNA repair enzyme. If you're not seeing results from your other treatments, try incorporating a DNA repair enzyme. Like I said, this is like my new goat for my skincare because I do suffer from actinic keratosis, which is a precancerous lesion. It's from my past when I used to spend a lot of time out in the sun without wearing a sunscreen. And yeah, I totally regret that. But, you know, back in the day, we weren't educated on sunscreen as what we are now. Also, it was really hard for me to find a sunscreen that would work with my skin, that wouldn't cause irritation or break me out. So I have now since found my favorites. So what sets these two apart? So they both use the same DNA repair enzymes. It's the formulation. So Photozyme is a very light serum. This is really easy to layer. where Neova is a thicker serum. It does contain shea butter and it does contain camphor. I say try one and go with the one that you feel is best for your skin. Now, I've tried both. I tried the Photozyme. This is my third bottle of it. And once I started to get down to the end of it, I was like, I didn't really see much from this. Now, if you have a lot of sun damage, you will notice a difference. But if you don't have a lot of sun damage, you're not going to really notice much. And you have to really like know your skin to know if your fine lines and wrinkles and loss of collagen elastin is caused by sun damage as well. So this one, I just noticed that my skin looks softer, my fine lines and wrinkles look softer, but I didn't know if it did anything for my precancerous lesions because I didn't use it really that long enough for them to come up. As soon as I stopped using this, I did have 2 come up on my forehead that I had to have frozen off. And then I just had to have the same 2 frozen off a month ago. I had a couple other, I had one on my shoulder and a couple on my chest. So my dermatologist recommended the Neova, and I had already been dabbling into this because the plastic surgeon that I worked for carried Neova in the office and I got samples of it. So for my skin, I love the Neova because I see more results in my skin. This serum works with my skin and I love it. However, it's not as easy to layer. So if you want to use your DNA repair enzymes with your LED light therapy, I would go with the Photozyme. If you want to be able to layer products over this really easily, I would go with the Photozyme. If you have issues with shea butter or camphor just is really put in there to help with like itching, because you can use these after you get sunburn, and you know when you get sunburn you get that itching. That's what the camphor is in here for. It gives it an earthly scent. So this one, I would say if you're using multiple steps in your routine, it doesn't layer as nicely. It is a thicker formula. Just try them both and see which one fares for your skin. If you break out from Photozyme, try the Neova. If you break out from them both, maybe it's something in the formulation, and then that's where I would look into a different type of formula. Like Neova has other serums that have the DNA repair enzymes, but they don't have the 3 DNA repair enzymes, which the one during the day that you want to use is the one that has the 3 because of the photolysase. And these have that. So I hope that that makes sense. So definitely this, I would recommend putting one of these, I would recommend putting on your Black Friday wish list from Skin Beautiful RX, which their sale starts on Monday. If neither of these work out for you, then I would try Catalyst MD because this is also a DNA repair serum. There's also Rescue MD from the brand. They have a DNA repair serum as well, but it is pretty pricey. I think it's like $300. So there's more starting to trickle out, but these are the main 2 brands, Neova and Photozyme. So now my next serum that I was on the fence about, and I'm actually starting to love since I got the right moisturizer to use with it, and that is the Neova Power Defense Antioxidant Serum with Copper Peptide Complex. Now, what I love about this is the antioxidant protection, and it has the copper peptides in it. So I am not using a vitamin C on my skin. I don't really fare well with vitamin C, and I don't really want to go into ascorbic acid because it's just like too much of a pain to use with my skincare. I would rather find something that is THD. So until then, I'm going to use this Power Defense on my skin. So what I love about this is when you apply it, it gives you that instant firming effect on the skin. And what you have to like judge with that is when I first tried it, I thought it was drying out my skin, but it is the tightening effect. Now this is a gel serum. I always apply my DNA Total Repair first, and then I apply this second, and then I apply my moisturizer. So this I'm going to use, this is prevention and antioxidant protection. I'm going to use this during the day. The copper peptides in here help with redness and also irritation in the skin, which I love. But so far, this is great. I will keep you posted on this, but if you're interested in trying a copper peptide serum, I would recommend giving this a check. It feels good on the skin, and I love that it gives the skin that instant tightening and firming effect. So there's those. I was wondering, did I bring in? Oh, I did bring in that one. Okay, now my last serum here is for hydration, and that is by Prequel. So this is their multi-quench serum, plumping hydration serum. It has 1% pure PGA, 3% PGA, that's polyglutamic acid complex, 10% glycerin, ecatoine, and osmolytes. This is the best hydration serum ever. It's hyaluronic acid free. I really love this. It plumps up your skin nicely. It gives it instant hydration, and it never makes my skin feel dry and tight, and it's so easy to work in your skincare routine. This is another serum, like product, like hydration serums. I don't think that you need to spend money on them. Where I would invest my money is in specialized treatments like the DNA Youth Recovery. If there's a certain form of vitamin A that you like to use, like if you like to use is clinical retinaldehydes, I definitely would invest in those. But vitamin C, I wouldn't invest in those. There's so many new affordable options, and vitamin C is actually, absorbic acid is actually a pretty cheap ingredient. And when I see these vitamin C serums, you know, reaching, you know, $100 to, you know, $200, $250, it really literally makes my jaw drop. Prequel also makes an absorbic acid vitamin C called Lucent C. The ingredient deck looks really, really lovely. So I would suggest looking into this Prequel multi-quench serum. I really love it. Goes well with all my skincare products. And if you're looking for an affordable vitamin C serum, I would definitely check out their Lucent C. Unless you want to use luxury skincare or medical grade skincare, then go ahead and invest. But your vitamin C's and your hydration serums, I don't think that you need to invest a lot of money. There's plenty of brands out there that make so many wonderful, affordable options. You just have to try them, and everybody's skin is different. Now, I haven't really seen much affordable options for the THD vitamin C, so I will look into that. If you're using your DNA repair enzymes, you want to make sure that when you're using an absorbic acid vitamin C, if it's a pH of 3 below, then you have to wait 10 minutes before you can go in with your DNA repair enzymes. And the same thing goes with your Victoria DN peptides. With your Victoria DN peptides, if you're using an absorbic acid in general, I would apply it before your Victoria DN peptides, just an FYI. Now, if you're using copper peptides, you want to make sure when you're using an absorbic acid vitamin C that you wait 20 minutes before you apply your copper peptides, because if you don't, the copper peptides are going to cancel out that absorbic acid vitamin C, and they're going to oxidize it, okay? All right, so I have another serum here that I love, but this is actually for microcurrent. So I use this in the treatment room and sometimes on myself under the glycerin. But this is the Revitalizing Elixir from XO8. I have a couple of their products here that I'm going to share with you that I love. So this has 24 karat gold in it. There is retinol in here. There is placenta peptide complex. So if you don't like animal matter in your products, then you won't like this. But if you're looking for a serum that conducts microcurrent into the skin that you want to use under your microcurrent gel, I definitely recommend this. Now, just take into consideration, it is very expensive. I think it's $180, but I love it, and I will use this on my clients. I'll use it on myself. This is great for a treatment for that. I'm going to show you an alternative. So this I would recommend if you're going to use this with like your Pico toner attachments and really work it into the skin. You'll get really conductivity to this, but it is a beautiful serum and I like it for a treatment basis, and just to show you that there's options for serums that actually conduct the microcurrent into the skin. Alrighty, oh, sun protection, most important, right? First of all, favorite facial oil is the Misama Green Rooibos. This is their Biofirm facial oil. I love this facial oil. I use oils mainly for when I'm using my Jane Man Amna to work in my fascia. But I'll also add this sometimes if I feel like I need a little bit more nutrients and moisture in my skin on top of my moisturizer. But I do love this oil. Whenever I use this, my skin has a beautiful glow after. Sometimes after I do my Jane Man Amna treatment, I'll just let this soak into my skin for a while, kind of like a mask, and it gives it a beautiful glow. But such a great value. You get a lot of oil and you don't use very much. This will last me forever, actually. And I have a backup bottle that they sent me, I think a month ago. I haven't used. They changed the packaging on it to an airless pump now, which I might switch that out. This still smells good, but as you know, oils, you know, you don't want to keep them around for very long, because when you're opening them all like this all the time, when they get exposed to air, they can become rancid pretty fast. And you don't want that. You don't want to put a rancid oil on your skin because it will cause an infection. You'll get breakouts, which can lead to a bacterial infection. Just so you know, just to be mindful of that. Now, favorite sunscreen I've tried this year. I have two, but my absolute favorite is this Neova Silk Sheer 2.0 Photo Finish Tint. So this is an SPF 40. This has the DNA repair enzymes in it. This is both a chemical and a mineral sun protection. So I love this. I absolutely love this. At first I didn't like it, but now I really love it. So I love to wear this, you know, by itself. And I love to wear this under foundation. This has a slight peach tint to it, just kind of evens out the skin tone. It doesn't change the color of your skin tone, it just brightens it. And then it has a photo finish that just blurs the skin. It's so pretty, I love it. But this is also great to use under your foundation as a makeup primer. I have it on under my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk foundation today, and it works perfectly. But I love this, and it's also it's water resistant for 80 minutes too, by the way. But love the sunscreen. It's been like my go-to, especially in the last month. This is a second bottle. I love it so much I had to pick up a second bottle. Now, my other favorite that I love to wear under foundation is the Color Science Sun Forgettable Total Protection Face Shield in Classic. So this is going to be a little bit more moisturizing, and this is an all mineral sunscreen. So I do love this. This one also has a slight peach tint to it. It doesn't really blur out the skin, but I use this for under foundation. But lately, my go-to has been the Neova because it has the DNA repair enzymes in it, and I prefer to use that. But if I am using my total DNA repair, then it's no problem with using this as well. But I do love this, really great. And this is also great if you have the Color Science Flex. Like, say for me, I have the Flex in medium. And sometimes, like right now, the medium can be slightly too dark for me, and I just add a little bit of this because it's the same formula. It just doesn't have the mineral pigments in it, but it helps lighten that formula up without, you know, like they have the glow and then the bronze formulas in these two. If I add the glow, it adds too much luminosity and glow to it, where this one doesn't. So this is really good. It's very nice and moisturizing on the skin. If you have dry skin, I think you would really like this. So my favorite mineral sunscreen is Color Science. Eye product. So I just brought one in here. So I've been testing this for a short amount of time. This is the Super Eye Lift Serum from Neova. This eye serum, I love it. This has copper tripeptides in it, and it has the DNA repair enzymes in it. So Neova has their copper tripeptide complex is patented, and their DNA cofactor is patented. This is a DNA cofactor because it's using DNA copper peptide or DNA repair enzymes and also the copper peptide complex. This is beautiful. Usually when I use eye serums, I feel like I need more, like an eye cream on top. This, I don't. This smooths out my under eyes so nicely. It feels smooth. My concealer goes over it really nicely. It helps brighten my under eyes, and it does instantly lift and tighten the eye skin around my eyes. So I'm hoping this is going to be the final eye serum or the final eye product that I've been searching for, because all these eye serums or eye creams say that they firm around the eyes, and I never see any firming around my eyes from them. I mean, I did from the Catalyst MD, that did help tighten and firm my eyelids, but everything else that I've tried other than that has never tightened and firm around my eyes. This instantly tightens and firms around my eyes. I mean, it's not dramatic, but it's enough for me to, you know, wear some decent eyeshadow and create a decent eyeshadow look without my eyes looking too hooded. But I love this. I love this. I love this. This is great for those of you who have lost elasticity around your eyes and you're looking for some firming. If you have sun damage around your eyes, if you have wrinkles around the eyes, it smooths it out. I really love this. So this will be a repurchase in the future, and I would recommend that you put this on your wish list too. Now, let's go into treatment products. Okay, so favorite treatment products I've tried this year that stand out to me. Okay, for microcurrent, I'm going to recommend the Revitalizing Mask and Neck Mask from XO8. These are pretty pricey. I use these in facials and on myself. These you must lay down while using them. My complaint about these is that they're a little bit too thick, and I feel like around the eyes they could cut them out just a little bit. This doesn't fit the skin as good as what I'd like it to. Like, I wish it was a little bit bigger and that they would improve the eye area on this. But this has the 24 karat gold, the placenta peptide complex in it. It also has retinol in it, but it conducts microcurrent so well. So if you're going to use the alligator clips with your Pico toners, your MyoLifts, these work great. They give you a beautiful treatment and your skin glows. It looks firmer and tighter. It's hydrated. I just really, really love these. And you can reuse them. So after you're done with your treatment, you just put them back here in the serum and then stick them in the refrigerator in a Ziploc bag, and you can reuse them in a couple of days. Or you can toss them out, and during your treatment, if you feel like the serum is absorbing into the skin, what I like to do is empty out the serum into my oxygen infuser from Lemieux and put that in there and mist it throughout the treatment. But with the price of these, what I prefer to do is put them back into the package and stick them in the refrigerator. And for my clients that I use these on, what I do is I put them back in here, put them in a Ziploc bag, and I give it to them to keep for themselves to use in a few days. But these are really, really good. Favorite treatment mask. Another favorite treatment mask that I love. Oh, and you can use LED light with those too. You're gonna notice that all my masks are gonna be sheet masks, sort of, these biocellulose masks. So another one that I love is the Vital Restorative Face and Neck Mask Duo. This is great for after microneedling. It's great for those of you who have acne, rosacea, really sensitive skin. You will just want some hydrating and repairing ingredients. This is beautiful. These fit like second skin. They're very comfortable, and you can use LED light therapy with these. I love to use these in the treatment room too with clients. These are also great if you guys do the cold jet plasma treatments. Very, very, very nice. Those are a treat. Those are an indulgence, just so you know. Now, my favorite sheet mask of all time, or biocellulose treatment mask, is actually going to be the Victoria Deanne Pepti Nano Mask. These are fabulous. And if you're using Victoria Deanne Peptis, these are so good to pair with your Peptis for a treatment. So these take 45 days to make. They actually grow these. That's why they're so special. And they have these nano fibers. So it's very important on how you apply these to the skin. But they have these nano fibers that reach down into the skin, almost like a micro needling sort of aspect. And they help penetrate your Victoria Deanne Peptis or your special serums that you put on underneath these, like your Pepti Hyaluronic packets here. These are beautiful. You can get these from Joella Milan. The XO8 products you can get from XO8 directly, or someone who sells them. They are a professional skincare line. I love their eye gels too, by the way. These are mine that I used the other day. And this is what I do. So these are the revitalizing eye masks. So these are the eye version of the revitalizing mask. This has the 24 karat gold. It has the placenta peptide complex and a retinol, but these are the best eye gels that I've ever used for my eyes. They really do cool down the eyes, and you can use microcurrent over them as well. And I reuse them a couple of times. I just save the serum and then put them in the refrigerator. I love to put these in the refrigerator. The cooling sensation feels so good in the morning. I sometimes will put these on when I'm applying makeup to help with my under eye area if I have like a important event to go to. Let's see. So these Victoria Deanne hyaluronic peptide serums, these are my absolute favorite to use for treatments. I love to use these for micro channeling, and I also love to use these under microcurrent as well. So these are formulated in different strengths of hyaluronic acid. They use sodium hyaluronate, but you have your low which is less than 5 kilodaltons, and then you have your medium, which is in the 200 to 400 kilodalton range, and then you have your high, which is in the 1000 kilodalton range. Now, if you have sun damage, if you have very thin skin, a lot of wrinkling, acne, rosacea, I definitely recommend low for you. You can use all three in a treatment if you want, but these help restore your natural hyaluronic acid in your skin. And they also have Victoria Deanne specially formulated peptides in here to help restore your hyaluronic acid, and they also help with aging concerns. So medium and low are meant to be penetrated in the skin. If you have just loss of elasticity, if you're not really, fine lines and wrinkles, if your skin isn't in too bad a shape, you don't have acne or rosacea, then you can just get away with the medium hyaluronic packets. But what I usually like to do to give a treatment is I'll start off with the low. I'll microchannel low into the skin, and then I'll apply medium over that after I'm done. And then I'll go in with microcurrent or some sort of other device that I'm using, like maybe a product penetration device, depending on the facial that my client wants. But usually most of the time I work it in with microcurrent. And then, or I'll put the Pepti Nano Sheet Mask over it. And then I'll go in with like my Rejuvenator, and then I use High as finishing. So High is more for calming and soothing. These are great to include after any aggressive treatment. They're repairing, hydrating, cooling, and soothing. So, but if I had to pick one, I would go with either high low or medium, just depending on your skin. These can both be penetrated into the skin with microneedling or microchanneling, or a product penetration device of your choice, microcurrent. But just depending on your skin, like I said, if you have, sun damage, thin skin, sensitive skin, rosacea, acne, then I would go for the low. If you don't have rosacea, acne, or your skin density is in pretty good shape, then I would go with the medium. And then high is more of a post-treatment serum. Those are great, and they make such a huge difference in the skin. I suggest using those at least once a week, and make sure you penetrate those into the skin. Now, this is a recent favorite that I've tried in the last 3 weeks, and that is the Pure Copper Mask from Neova. So this is a hydrating and recovery gel mask with copper peptides. This mask is so good. I love to use this with microcurrent. Love, love, love. But this is great after a treatment. If you've had an aggressive treatment, after sun, if you're feeling dry, dehydrated, your skin's inflamed, or you just want that extra hydration into the skin, plumpness, glow, I would recommend this. I've been using this like 2 to 3 times a week. I absolutely love it. I've used it with microcurrent. Gave me such a beautiful treatment. I did have to use it with the Avene thermal spring water for some conduction, a little bit more conduction, and to rehydrate it. But it is beautiful. I just really love what this mask does for my skin. And this is what I've been currently obsessed with since I picked it up from my dermatologist. Now this just smells it doesn't have a fragrance to it. It smells like skincare. I mean, the Neova products aren't fragranced. That's one of the things that I love about them too, is there's no fragrance in it. But this mask really, if my skin is really inflamed or sensitive or red, this really calms it down really, really well. I really love these Neova products with the copper peptides. I see a difference in my skin actually, which reminds me is I forgot to go over moisturizers. Oh my gosh, I have so many products. Okay. All right. So moisturizers really quickly. So, as you guys all know, at the beginning of the year, I was testing out the Isden creams. I have their Age Contour Cream and then their Age Contour Night. So the Age Contour Night is a little bit more moisturizing and it has melatonin in it. And then your Day Cream is, it does have these both have a fragrance in it. The Day Cream isn't as strong as the Night Cream because the Night Cream has the melatonin in it, so it has a strong fragrance. But the reason why I wanted to try these is because they help with glycation, and I had glycation in my skin. I love these creams. I love the way that they make my skin look. I love the way they feel. I love the way my sunscreen and my makeup apply over them. These are like my 5th jars right here. So I was running low and I was like, okay, well, these are pretty expensive. I think they're about $135 each. And I was looking for affordable options. And then so I switched over to the Maisama moisturizer, which I love the Maisama moisturizer too. I think that is a great moisturizer, but I like that for more during the day than I do night. Another reason why I wanted to switch out from these is because I just noticed that my skin was becoming irritated from the fragrance. I was getting watery eyes and my skin was getting feeling irritated when I would apply these. I did buy backups of them. I have 2 new jars here that are still in the packaging, so I'm gonna put them off to the side. Let's see, do they have an expiration date on them? How long is this shelf life? It says 12 months. I'm sure I will go back to these in the future, but I'm putting these off to the side. I really do love these and what they did for my skin. Like I said, I've repurchased them. These are my 5th jars of them. But I wanted to try something else. And, you know, I was searching for an affordable moisturizer, but I couldn't find one that I really liked for my skin. I was having the hardest time. And I was going to the drugstore trying all these different moisturizers and I was having to return them. And I feel like sometimes that's what happens to me with affordable skincare from the drugstore is I am, you know, since I'm a professional, I have an expectation for my products. I do like luxury skincare, but luxury skincare in the sense where the ingredients are going to be beneficial and actually do something for my skin. I'm not going to go out and buy a La Mer cream because La Mer cream is crap, okay? I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend anybody there, but that's not luxury skincare to me. Luxury skincare is like Neova. To me, that's luxury because of the price point, okay? But Neova is a brand that's based on science and they have ingredients that actually do something for your skin and will create changes in the skin versus the La Mer. It just feels good on the skin. So my new favorites that I've been loving for my skin, I've just started using these like with the Super Eye Lift Serum, and that is the Neova Creme de la Copper and the Night Therapy Cream. Now, your Night Therapy Cream is a night treatment cream that is nourishing and reparative. This has DNA repair enzymes and copper tripeptide complex. This one is great for all skin types and it is focused, like I said, on repairing and nourishing the skin. This is a thicker cream versus the Creme de la Copper. This kind of what it is with these, both these creams is they absorb into the skin. So when you're using them and you're used to moisturizers just sitting on top of your skin with some sort of residue, you may think that these aren't enough for your skin once you try them, but they are, just depending, like if you have super dry skin, you may need to use something with a little bit more, but they're enough. So is what I'm trying to say. Gosh, it's a long video again. So for this one, it feels like it's kind of occlusive in a way, but not in the sense of like Vaseline or anything. You just feel a film on the skin that's locking in that moisture to help prevent transepidermal water loss. So that is the Night Therapy. I love this. These copper peptides that I've been using with the Neova products have greatly reduced the redness in my skin. Like when I'm cleansing, even when I'm using these 5-second daily peels, my skin is not turning bright red anymore like how it used to. And I was always told that that was from my skin's reaction from touch. Now, my skin still does get a little pink from when I touch it, but it's not bright red like what I used to get. And I noticed that when I started incorporating the products with the copper peptides. And that's the Pure Copper Mask, and then also that Power Defense Copper Peptide Mask. And then I just started using their creams. So I love this nighttime moisturizer. Feels great on my skin. When I wake up, my skin is plump. It's hydrated and it's moisturized and it's glowing and looks even in tone. Now you have your Creme de la Copper. So this is, again, this is DNA repair enzymes and the copper tripeptide complex. So this is a luxurious day cream. The night cream feels thicker than this, but this is great for those who have loss of elasticity, loss of collagen, sun damage in the skin, and who need help restoring their moisture and hydration levels in the skin. Now, I've been using this during the day. I have it on today, and this just soaks up into my skin, gives me the most beautiful glow. I love the way that this makes my skin feel. And when I take off my sunscreen or my makeup at night and my skin just looks less irritated, my fine lines and wrinkles are more plumped up. They look less apparent. I'm noticing some of my broken capillaries are looking better. Like I have one that stands out right here and I have one underneath my eye, and they're looking less apparent. And I just really noticed that since I started including these Neova products. So if you have normal to dry skin with a lot of sun damage and you're experiencing poor moisture levels, poor hydration levels in your skin, or if you just want a really nice, luxurious day cream that has the DNA repair enzymes and the copper tripeptide, give this a shot. I have been loving these, and I love them so much. All these Neova products, except for one, I put in my Skin Beautiful RX Black Friday sale cart. Both creams, the eye cream, the 5-second daily peel, and I put the DNA Total Repair Serum in there. I'm on the fence if I'm going to put that Power Defense. I'm probably going to end up putting that in there because I really like the instant firming that it gives my skin. Smooths out the fine lines and wrinkles and gives you that instant firming. And it has antioxidant protection for oxidative stress. So, love that. Now, let's see. Favorite lip treatment this year I tried, which you guys have known, this has been like the year of lip treatments, would be the Atour Definitive Lip Treatment. I love this lip treatment. It is gorgeous, but it is super bougie with the price. I love what it did for my lips. This isn't something that I can afford to keep in my routine right now because I would rather put that extra money towards my Neova products because it's my overall skin right there. Now, I have some affordable options here that I've been testing. The Neova, it does help restore your lips. It helps restore your vermilion border. It helps plump up the lips and smooth out the lines. And it's moisturizing and hydrating at the same time without it feeling like weird or like how lip treatments kind of gather and make the lips kind of feel not sticky, but a little rough. It's a beautiful treatment. It feels very good. I found a couple alternatives. Now, I have these aren't like a complete dupe or a complete replacement, but they will suffice in the time being. So I have 3 treatments here. These 2 are the same. So I love both of these. I love this one for any time of day, but really great to put on first thing in the morning and in the evening. This plumps up your lips really nicely. These are all new. I've just been testing it, but what I also noticed is that this enhances your lip color too, sort of like what the Our Self lip filler did. That's what this does as well. This gives your lips a really nice plump. It's very light. It's like a lip serum. Kind of reminds me of the Fit Glow lip serums, but this has that minty, is it minty again? Yeah, minty and sort of stingly feeling in it. So if you do not like that, you will not like this. It's very light. It's not as thick as the lip color serums. Another alternative that I've been testing, these I wish they didn't have that scent to them. The sort of like they're scented, but it tastes like the way it smells, but it's not sweet. These are the Ole Henriksen Pout Preserve peptide lip treatments. Now, these sort of feel like a lip balm, but not an oily balm. They feel like sort of like a serum in a way. These are tinted and they are also scented. I like the creme brulee more than the strawberry, and I feel like the creme brulee's texture is better than the strawberry sorbet, but these are a great alternative too. These, I sometimes have been putting them on at night, but these are like my go-to for when I'm at work. I do notice that they do plump up the lips a bit. They feel good. They're very moisturizing and hydrating, but for long-term benefits, I'm not sure. These are more about restoring your lips, and this is more focused on plumping up your lips. So these are something for you guys to look into if you can't afford the a Torrid lip treatment. But there's so many up there. Hydrinity just came out with their lip treatment. I think it's $48. Neova has a lip treatment, but that one is more focused on repair. It has copper peptides in it. The revision lip treatment was really nice, but it went bad on me really fast, but that one's really sticky. The Rescue MD lip treatment is really good too, but it doesn't do anything for my plumping. That's more focused on repair. I want something to restore the plumpness, smooth out my lips, and help restore my vermilion border. And the one that I found that was the best this year that really helped with that was the Atour Definitive Lip Treatment. So, all right. Favorite devices really quick. As you guys all know, my favorite modalities are red LED light therapy and microcurrent. For LED light therapy, my favorite devices are going to be the Misama LED light treatment devices. I love these and what they do for my skin. I have all three of their devices here. So I used these. I've been using these since they arrived, which I think is almost, has it been 6 weeks now? So I was using them for 4 weeks, 5 days a week, and then I switched. Last week I started using them three times a week, but I am still trying to figure out my new device routine. I don't know if I'm going to use these just 3 times a week or just on the nights where I'm not using my 5-second daily peel. Then I was also thinking I might switch it up and use these in the morning or use my panel in the morning. These light masks I think are beautiful. I love these masks, and these are my recommendations for an LED mask, not just because I am affiliated with them, because they're different than the other ones out on the market. So you have your Prana LED light mask. This one offers red and near, and then also red and blue mixed together, which they call magenta. This also offers that pulsed light, which I see a difference in my skin. This is one of the only other masks out there in the market that offers you the option to turn off the near infrared. Your Omnilux, your Current Bodies, and the other ones out there don't offer that. The only one that I know of as of right now that's a decent brand is the Aduro, okay? Now, what sets Misama apart is that they have that pulsed light, which helps with skincare absorption, but it also helps with oxidative stress that red LED light therapy can bring on. And from my experience with the pulse light, I absolutely love it. I see more of a difference in my skin with the LED. My complexion looks different. It looks more creamy. It's just, I see results with using the Misama LED light devices, where the other ones, it was kind of hard to tell if I was seeing anything. So I think that these are worth looking into. I think they're comfortable. They're on sale right now for a really great deal. They have a combo, which is their head to chest, I think, or head to heart combo. You can buy them separately. And what sets the neck piece apart from others is you have this mandible piece, and your neck band is wider here, and it has 3 rows of lights, but it also has red and near LED lights, so you can turn off the near infrared on this, and it has that pulse light function. Also, what I love about these is the treatment time is short. Now, when you get into your pulse light, you're supposed to turn it on first for 1 minute for consecutive red or consecutive or static red and near. And then you go in for 6 minutes with your pulsed light function. Or you have the option to use them for 9 minutes with the static LED. So that's great. These fit into my schedule. The treatment time is short. I love it. I would say my only complaint with these is the controllers. The controllers need a clip. So these, I mean, I don't really walk around the house with these. I'll just do it in my bathroom and I'll turn on a video, or I'll stick these in the pocket of the jacket that I'm wearing. But if I had a clip on here, it would be so much better. So I think that's where they missed the mark on these, is not putting a clip on the controller. It's not a deal breaker, but I wish there was a clip. So for future reference, hopefully they will include that. So I was going to show you something. So with the, I didn't bring it in, and I apologize for that. I thought I brought it in. Oh, here I did. So they do come with this bag, and then they come with different power adapters for your, where you live per your electrical needs. And then they have these inserts that you can insert into the mask here. You want to insert it from the inside. And these will act as goggles to block the light if you need it to block out if you're sensitive. Now, if you are sensitive to strobing lights and you're worried about the pulse light on the mask, you don't have to worry about it because it's set at 100 hertz, which is invisible to the naked eye. Now, with your panel, it's different. So the panel is my favorite, and I love the masks too. I think they're great. I see just as good of results as I do with my panel. Well, actually the panel I see more, but this is more versatile. You can treat a larger area with sitting in front of this. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. With the panel, you have the option to use just near by itself. You can use red and near, or just red. Now, you also have an ambient mode on this to where you can lower the LED and you can use it more for sleep. You have the pulse function on here. So the pulse on here, let's see, I'll turn it on. Let's see, we have 10 hertz, 20 hertz, and 30 hertz. So at 30 hertz, you know, it goes really fast. I have jumped up my therapy on this to 30 hertz and I really like it. But if you are worried about hyperpigmentation and melasma and you have a Fitzpatrick skin type of 3+, then you would want to go with the panel if you're using this to treat it with hyperpigmentation, or you're worried about it triggering your hyperpigmentation. You'd want to use this just on near infrared. But if you have a Fitzpatrick scale of 3 or below, then you want to use just the red LED light to treat your hyperpigmentation and melasma. This is something that Bev May has recently discovered in her research of LED light therapy. I consider her the guru because, you know, she's built her whole brand around LED light therapy and she deep dives into it. So with the panel, I love it because, like I said, you can treat a larger area at once. It's more affordable than if you were to buy the 2 masks. 2 masks are great if you need to walk around, if you want to use them for traveling, or if you prefer a mask. But I love the panel. I love them all. But the panel is my first choice. Now, I did purchase the panel on my own last year for Black Friday. And then they did send me their masks to test and review here for the channel about almost 2 months ago now. So it just depends on what you prefer. Now, the panel, you can use it on other areas of the body. If you're looking for a tabletop panel that's different from the other ones out there that offers the pulse light, highly recommend it. As you guys know how much I love it. And I think that the Mysama LED light devices are worth the money, and they're different than the other devices out there. So If you're looking for something different and effective, I would look into them and pick them up for Black Friday. Now, my other favorite devices, as you know, is going to be my Neurotris devices. So I love my Neurotris devices. I've already done a favorite devices video, but my favorite device that I picked up this year is actually going to be my Jane Man Professional Lift Microcurrent unit. I love this unit. I love to use it on my clients, and I do love to use it on myself. But I love all of my Neurotris devices, and I didn't bring in my special edition because, as you guys know, it looks like they're not coming out with the special edition with a fascia release program in it. But either unit is beautiful. Now, I recommend the lift unit for those who are advanced in microcurrent. If you're looking to get into a more involved microcurrent device versus your handheld and you're not experienced in microcurrent, I would recommend the Pico toner. However, if you just have the Pico toner, it's great too. But if you want, something that's stronger and more of a professional unit, I would go for the Jane Man Lift. Jane Man Lift you can get from her. I'm hoping she still sells it. If she doesn't, then I would definitely recommend the Pico toner. The P2 on here, I love program P2. It makes such a difference in the skin. You can, I love to use P2 after an aggressive treatment too. It helps with wound healing in the skin. It stimulates ATP for collagen and elastin and gives the skin a beautiful glow. Every time I use P2 in this, I'm so amazed at how beautiful my skin looks. And it is different than the program in the Jane Man Lift that works in the skin. The P1, they call it, and this one, it's focused mainly at working in the connective tissue and in the skin, where the P2 on the Pico toner is focused on working in the skin. And it's just so beautiful. So this is designed, and this is Tony's creation. And then Jane worked with Tony from Neurotris, and this is her creation for microcurrent. And this unit is based on her fascia contour massage. They made it a little stronger than the Pico toner for the professional to be able to conduct into your client. Now, I don't know what's up with Jane Man. I have not seen her around for a while, so I'm hoping that she's still in business and that she's just super busy and she hasn't been on social media. I haven't checked out her website, but I noticed that Neurotris hasn't announced their Black Friday sale yet for the Pico toner. As soon as I find out, if I find out this one goes on sale, if I find out this one goes on sale, I will let you all know. But I recommend these for those who don't mind attachments. They do come with, this one, there's options that you can order, but the Pico toner comes with the gloves. If I could recommend one attachment for you to upgrade to, it would definitely be the Jane Man Lift Probe. And I would recommend getting it at the time that you order this because it'll be $100 off. If you invest in the full package of the Jane Man Lift Professional Microcurrent unit, I believe it's $750, and I didn't pay any tax or shipping. And unfortunately, I think Jane doesn't ship internationally anymore. Neurotris ships internationally, but it is very expensive, by the way. And then I love the Infinity probes. The Infinity probes you can use for product penetration. I've demonstrated it, and that's actually my favorite tool for product penetration is using my Pico toner. You can either use it on P1 or P2 with the Infinity probes. So there's that. My other favorite device this year is actually going to be my diminuage. So my diminuage is a micro channeling pen that uses the silicone nano chips. I love this. Now they do still sell it on their website, but what I love about this one is you have the different chips to choose from, just depending on your skin. So you have your daily, which these can be used every day. They're the most gentlest. And then you have your booster chip, which is a little bit more aggressive. And this one is meant to be used 1 or 2 times a week. And then you have your grand booster chip, and then you have your zip chip. This is like a step up from the booster chip, and then this is the most aggressive chip. So if your skin's not sensitive, if you can handle a manual exfoliation, if your skin is thick, then you will like this chip or the zip chip. But they're very good. I love this device. Now, I don't know how stable this company is, but I just love their pen. Now, I have the gold pen. I think this is called the Gold Lux pen that has the 3 different speeds. They have another pen, which is the silver pen. It's battery operated and just has 1 speed, which is low. This one you can choose and also is rechargeable. So that has been a favorite device, and this is what I use to penetrate my Victoria DN hyaluronic acid peptides into the skin, or the peptide packets, or the XO8 placenta peptide complex, which I didn't show here because it's a professional only product that you guys can't get. I just love the microchanneling with the silicone tips versus the stainless steel tips. Now, another favorite device that I do love here, it's another microcurrent device. And yes, it is the Zip. You know, the Zip has had their troubles with the Halo. You know, I had the original Halo. I didn't have the Halo that was part of the ones that were falling apart. This is, actually, is mine separating? Oh, I thought mine was separating, but it's not. So I purchased this when it was first released, which was back in June of 2023. So that one I had, and then when I first got that, I was having issues with it not syncing up to the app, where I would sync like plump, and then it was giving me instant gratification. So I had to do a full reset. And then when I was doing that Zip 30-day challenge, I think it was back in January of this year, my Zip stopped connecting to the app. So I had to get a replacement. And then, you know, I got it. I made sure it worked. And then all of a sudden I put it away, and then I went to go open it one day, and I had it packaged in the case. The probe fell off. So I got another one. So this is my 3rd Zip Halo, and I use it at least once a week. Not necessarily on myself. I'll use it on my husband. I just want to make sure that it works and like the probes don't fall off, because I do have this and it's still under the 2-year warranty. So if something happens to it, I want to make sure I get a new one right away. But if you're under 1 year and you have an issue with it, you have the option to get a refund. If you're over the 1 year, you just have to keep getting it replaced, okay? Now, they said that they have weeded out the bad ones. However, mine was the original one when they first came out. It wasn't part of that bad batch that they say. But one of the things about them is that they didn't announce that publicly, and I think they should have. And a lot of people dismissed it and dismissed their followers for it, and I just didn't like that. And they continued to promote it. Now, I will say this is my favorite handheld on the market for a quick treatment. Because I love how Zip works in the skin. My favorite programs here are Founder's Favorite. I love the eyes, I love Depuff, I love Plump, and I love the lip program. However, I don't really like the lifting programs in here. And the reason being is because they're too intense for my skin. What I've noticed with the Zip is when I use their lifting programs, even Lift, it's at such a high intensity for my skin. It's not taking into consideration my skin impedances, which is my skin density and my skin, skin type, that it's a one size fits all microcurrent device. So their lifting programs aren't going to work for everybody because you don't have control over the intensity. And usually with devices like this, the intensity is at the strongest point, so 400 microamps, which is strong. And, Melanie has pointed out in several of her videos with these influencers that anything over 500 microamps will cause, fat loss in the skin. And that's not true, because you have to base your intensity levels on your skin density. So for someone who has really thick skin, 400 microamps actually probably won't do much for them. They need it to be bumped up. So that's why some of these people come out and they say, well, I'm using 450 microamps and I'm not seeing a lift in my skin. Well, maybe you have skin impedances such as skin density, which none of these microcurrent devices take into consideration except for the Pico toner. Also, with these handheld devices is they are a cumulative effect because it's a slide and glide motion. When you hold, you're only getting that current from one side of the muscle. You're not getting it above. To truly get a really effective lift in the skin that's going to last for a while, you have to surround that muscle with the current above and below it to make a difference. Now, I love this one because of the ease of use of it. I love that it has programs that work into the skin. The lifting programs aren't my favorite. However, if I'm going to use this for lifting, I go for the lift. Instant gratification is pretty strong. I don't like the gels program. I don't like the eyebrow lift program, but I do like the eyes for my lift. That one works great. So this would be my choice for a handheld for my skin, just because it works in the skin and it's, easy to travel with. It's not very good quality. I love their conductive gels too, but they are very expensive. Now, I do have the Foreo Bear 2 here. This is a great handheld microcurrent device. For my skin, I don't really like this. And the reason being is it's too strong at level 1. Now, what I do like about this is you can adjust the intensity levels. And then you have the sonic massage, which helps stimulate that lymph fluid a bit more. And it also helps plump up those fine lines and wrinkles. You have different choices for your microcurrent in here, but I don't think that this is all true microcurrent. I do believe that this has electrical muscle stimulation in it as well. Now, they say that they have their own proprietary currents in here, but I do not think that they are microcurrent because of the way this feels on my skin. On some of the programs in here, it does not feel like it is microcurrent. It feels like electrical muscle stimulation. If you are someone that has thin, sensitive skin, this is going to be too strong for you, just so you know. Now, there is one other device on the market that is a handheld. Now, I don't work with them anymore, and that is the MyoLift QT. So what I do like about that as being a handheld is that you have control over the intensity, but you don't have a waveform that actually works in the skin. Everything works in the muscles. And that's where Zip stands out to me, because this works in the skin. And it's one of my favorite things about it. The nano current is beautiful. I love that plump program. It just makes your skin look so plump and juicy. And Founder's favorite is almost comparable to the P2 in the Pico toner, but the P2 and the Pico toner, I feel I see more of a glow, and it helps with any kind of inflammation that I have in my skin, where the Founder's favorite, I don't get that from this. So in a nutshell, I do still like the Zip. Now, would I recommend it? I would have to say it's up to you if you want to take the chance of getting one that may be defective in the future. Like I said, I'm not super confident that the Zip is going to be, reliable and not break down on you, because it is, after all, the same design. And I think that the design of this is flawed. However, if you can get it for an affordable price and you think that you're going to use it, just make sure that, you know, you take into consideration it may malfunction on you, it may fall apart on you, but I still like it, and you know, I don't regret purchasing it. It's just that I wish that they would be transparent about it, and be honest. Okay, so that's my thoughts on that. I am going to be giving the Zip Halo away, so stay tuned for that. And that is it for this video. Now, I could go on and on about skincare here, but I'm going to stop it here because now we are at 1 hour and 49 minutes. So I must say goodbye. I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope that you found that this video was informative. I am sending you all so much love and light, and I'll be back soon. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye.